nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties. I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barv.
Oh, okay.
a barv?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crews, not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a Barv.
What the fuck was that? What the... oh... Yes, that is how I'm going to open up this video, with the misgendering of some creature thing and them having to suffer to make it right. Like, what kind of struggle session bullshit is Dragon Age Veilguard? And somehow IGN is giving this a 9 out of 10, an amazing score. A 9 out of 10. There's been a lot of stuff, and I've been waiting because you can just compound it all together and be like, what the fuck? Because it looks bad enough one by one, but it gets even worse when you start seeing more and more of this game. But yes, that struggle session about misgendering is what IGN considers to be a 9 out of 10. Now, let's put it into perspective that Concord and Dustborn, the absolute disasters that have shut down studios, didn't even get this score. This is quite literally a woke score from IGN. How woke is it? And boy, I don't think they're wrong. From the top surgery scars you can put on your character, yes, because in a time of magic, you need to have surgery to have your breasts removed because transgenganism. But there's even more, and I'm gonna show everybody here. Let's do it real quick. This is from Dragon Age Inquisition. This is 10 years old at this point. 10 years from the release of Dragon Age Veilguard, the new one that comes out tomorrow, the 31st. These are the character designs. I actually like these. Oh, like the chick on the top right looks a little dykey to me, but, you know, it's still a decent looking character. You know, everybody kind of looks really good here. So we're just going to pop over here to an IGN tweet. Sorry, I just threw up on my mouth a little bit. Yeah, take a second to soak all that in. The creature that looks like it has Down syndrome is supposed to be the same character in the bottom left right here. These people suck at making video games. They are the worst. And, you know, I was doom scrolling through Twitter and I found some more comparisons because I've made the reference before that they've changed all the characters and they're absolutely hideous now. Now you can see on the left is the new character design. It's like, okay, that looks like an absolutely stupid cartoony thing that maybe an indie studio would have made. You know, they tried really, really hard and they just couldn't get it right. And they just threw it out anyway. And then this is the old character. You can clearly see that there's some DEI behind this with the changing of skin tones and everything else. But of course, you know, we have multiple articles here about former games journalist attempts to gaslight gamers about DEI consultants. That goes into the whole Veilguard thing where we quite literally have IGN telling us this is a 9 out of 10. But as soon as we look at the characters, we look at the dialogue, we look at everything about this game, we're like, this is absolute hot garbage. But here, Emma Kent. Hello, game consultant here. The idea that consultants are forcing diversity into games is ridiculous because 99% of the time, the devs have already decided they want their game to be inclusive and just want help fine-tuning how certain stories come across. Hope this helps. But that is quite literally the opposite of what these game devs or these game consultants are telling us. They're telling us they are going to make our games woke. They are going to force in all the DEI initiatives. They're going to force in diversity. They're going to force in inclusion. I promise you, if these game consultant companies didn't exist, Veilguard wouldn't look the way it does. The only reason it does is because they're there. Because, like they have told us themselves on a video, we are going to put fear into them if they don't do what we tell them. That doesn't sound like it was already going to be there. That sounds like you forced it in there. But jumping over to EA, because God, I love shitting on EA. I have hated EA since... Ooh, when did that game come out? Had to have been 2008. Yes, I've hated EA for a very long time. EA has done a lot of terrible things. But here we go. Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, the parent company of BioWare, claimed that the developer's upcoming game, Dragon Age Veilguard, has breakout potential. And of course, he's telling the investors this because they're like, why is everybody screaming about how much they hate this game and it hasn't released yet? They know that they're seeing it because everybody hates this game so much and it's not even released yet, just off of the early gameplay footage that's released. In the company's Q2 2025 earnings conference call, Wilson shared his optimism that the game will perform well. He said, "It's an amazing time at EA, and in 2 days we will launch Dragon Age. It's been 10 years since we launched its predecessor, the Game of the Year winning Dragon Age Inquisition." Again, I showed you guys the comparison. Look, here's another one of those. Yeah, here we go. Look at that one. Now look at the bottom left. Now look at that one. Yeah, no, this is atrocious. This is an affront to humanity. But of course, he goes on to say, early critic scores are strong and reflect the high quality, depth, and detail in Niche's action pack. We expect Dragon Age to be a great example of how our blockbuster storytelling engages and connects with fans in a truly unique way. It is full of bullshit. It is absolutely full of bullshit. God, when the game comes out and it's an absolute disaster, I hope the investors don't do what they did to Disney and let Iger stay. I hope they start kicking out CEOs left and right until they get to the heart of the problem and cut out all these DEI initiatives. All right, Q&A calls. Okay, I've seen some very strong reviews so far, but as far as I can tell, what drives that kind of breakout success we've seen in some single-player fantasy games in the last couple of years? And how do you feel that Veilguard might compare along those lines? So the guy goes on to explain, I certainly think Veilguard has breakout potential. Again, 10 years ago, Dragon Age Inquisition won Game of the Year and was a very strong performer for us in the conduct of our business. This is entertainment. And so while much of our business have moved to live service moment to moment, deliver innovations, it's a word salad. He just vomited out talking points and never answered the question. He literally just vomited out a bunch of things that sound nice, but never said how they actually affect the game. He didn't. Holy shit. Oh, CEOs are going to start getting fired here real soon. My God. Okay. I don't care. This is about Dragon Age. I'm not talking about Star Wars. We're not doing it. So yeah, if I had to guess, I would look, I made a video about them giving out free keys with, NVIDIA's $100 programs and graphics cards. And that's normal. What's not normal is for games journalists to give this thing almost perfect reviews. And then the CEO to say, look, we're getting perfect reviews on the on what I'm going to have to assume is the paid for in some way or another reviews of the game by IGN and all the other Kotaku, every single one of them. It has to be paid for in some way because there is no possible way that anybody who plays video games and has played video games for more than 3 or 4 years would say this is a 9 out of 10. It is impossible. But we should start seeing the numbers tomorrow. We should get those numbers tomorrow. And if not, they'll be out on the 1st. There will be tons of cope. This might actually destroy BioWare. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys. While you're there, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. Until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.